Hey, it's Padel Smash Academy, and we have a major goal here to visit every club in the world.
Padel Club Reviews is sponsored by Fromut, Racket Sports Distribution, the Pro Shop Pros. And on this trip, we are at the home of the Celtics, the Red Sox, and the Patriots. We are at Boston, visiting Padel Boston. Hey, Julian Cesc here, and we're here at Padel Boston, in the heart of Boston. Looking forward to do another exciting club review. Come with us.
Hey, what's going on, my friend? How's it going?
Hey,
Love your club.
good.
Beautiful.
Man.
Great
Awesome.
location, man. Why don't you show us around?
Yeah, sure. So here's the main entrance here. As you can see, we got 3 courts here. We got a little minor seating area over here, a little private if you have a group. You can have it kind of drink after. And
You got the games
hang
playing
out.
right there on the
Yeah.
TV. That's
We got
great.
a little premier paddle all the time.
Love it. I love it.
Going on here.
So how many courts do you guys have here?
We have 3 courts.
3 courts?
Yep.
Okay.
This is the first one right here when you walk in. We got the second one here. A couple guys warming up here.
So what brand courts do you guys have?
Portico Sport.
Portico Sport.
Yeah, out of Spain.
All the way from Spain.
Yeah.
Yeah. And how about the carpet? What do you guys?
Is
it
it
Mondo?
Mondo or?
It's not Mondo.
Okay.
What
Something
is
similar to it?
Yeah, it's very similar.
But it's textured though. I could see.
Yeah.
Great.
It's held up great. I mean, we've been open 7 months now, and the courts have been awesome. So people love them. Yeah. Just
Now,
put a little.
How tall is this?
Yeah, it's to the bottom. It's about 26 feet.
26.
Pretty
Gotcha.
good.
Yeah.
Excellent,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah. People have been very happy with it. I was definitely tried to get as high as we possibly could, and this is what we ended up with, and very.
Let's
very happy
walk
with it.
around and show us a little bit
Yeah,
of the
sure.
whole area.
So this is kind of our main check-in, hangout.
I love it. Do you see
Very
people
nice.
hanging out here after the game and talking and
Yeah, absolutely.
having a beer?
Yeah. On a this evening, 6, 7 o'clock, we got a bunch of groups coming in, and a lot of people will stay, have a drink, have a snack, hang out. We got the tables, paddle. I mean, with the glass walls, is great you can see all 3 courts from the middle here.
Right.
So for groups and all that, it ends up working out really well.
Right. Why don't you tell us a little bit about the programs that you offer here at the club, from clinics,
Yeah.
and mix opens and all that.
Yeah. So we do a little bit of everything. I mean, we have a bunch of clinics. We're on the play-by-point system.
Okay.
So we use their kind of rating system, which is similar to like Playtomic 1 to 7. We have intro beginner stuff, intermediate, low advanced, kind of high advanced. Tomorrow night we have like a team Americano thing that's going to be. There's a lot of mixed doubles teams, so it's kind of fun, social, group level thing. We do competitive tournaments on the
So
weekends.
why don't you show us the pro shop? You guys have a small pro shop? Why
Yeah,
don't you show us
absolutely.
that?
Yeah. So right over here is our pro shop. We got our little logo wall here. We carry a bunch of different brands here. Wilson is our main sponsor.
Okay.
So they do all our balls here. And we carry 10 of their paddles. The Wilson Bella. It's been our best-selling
Adidas, the
paddle so
Matita
far.
racket, middle bone 3.4, amazing. You got the Volt.
Yeah.
Love the Volt. That's 800, 950.
Yeah.
You got Babolat.
Yeah.
So you got all the rackets here.
Yeah.
That you're gonna need for sure.
try,
And
you
you got a shirt for us too, right?
Oh, yeah.
While we play.
Definitely.
All right, great. How about the showers? You guys have showers?
Yeah. I'll
and
show you the
bathrooms?
bathrooms.
Sure. Hopefully nobody's in it.
Hopefully nobody in it right now.
So let's check out the bathroom.
Yeah. So we got 2 bathrooms that double as kind of changing rooms in here. We got some nice little, tissues and.
Do you guys have showers?
wipes, and we do have a shower on the other side here.
cool.
Yeah, we'll show that. in
That's a
second.
must. That's a must
yeah.
in these clubs, man.
So
You
you
know?
have just a regular bathroom plus full-on bathrooms there with showers and toilets, or they're separate?
I'll show you
I
on
think
the
it's
other side.
community shower, like reserve.
Yeah. It's not. I wouldn't call it a full locker room, but
Okay.
it's a shower.
A shower's
with,
a shower,
So we got our snacks.
Oh yeah.
And our food and drinks here. Little water fountain. And yeah, here's our. We got our shower in
perfect.
here.
Right.
Look at that.
Shampoo, conditioner. Got your towels.
It's enough to fit what, a few people in there?
All that. A couple people.
Oh man, great place, man. I
Yeah.
love it. All right, so how about I saw a little warm-up area over
Yeah.
there. Can you talk to us a little bit about that?
Yeah, so when we were opening, we had this little extra space over here. Wasn't quite enough to fit a fourth court. And I was talking with the court supplier, Portico, and they said, you know, at a few of their clubs with this amount of space, they just put a couple glass panels and some turf down and use it as a little warm-up area. So
That's a good idea.
It is a good idea.
it's been popular with groups sometimes when we have more people than there are courts here, when it's busy, when people are waiting to get on.
I
People
got a good idea for you.
hit a little bit. Let's hear it.
Put another piece of, just another piece, the same size as that, and another back wall here, and just make a little singles,
little court?
so you could play, and then
Yeah.
use the juniors rackets, and then you can go ahead and start practicing.
You know that
here.
would
Yeah,
work great
that's
here,
a good
Cesc,
idea.
the
The dragon net.
dragon
Yeah,
net.
that's
Have
the
you
other
heard-
thing.
Have you seen it or
I
not?
saw it at Racket X.
Oh
yeah,
my
yeah,
God.
yeah.
That would work perfect.
Yeah.
Pretty good
You
over
know?
here. Yeah,
It's a good idea.
Yeah.
So I see here you have like a yoga area
Yeah,
or
it's
like
a little gym.
exercise.
I mean, I'd say we haven't leaned in hard here, but we get a lot of people. We got the foam rollers, we have the Theragun, some other
Gotcha.
stretching, some bands, some light weights. So a lot of people, you know, kind of rolling out, stretching out before and after. Just got the one stationary bike.
Any ideas for
warming
this
up here.
area in the future? Or?
You know, we want to lean in more. I've seen some other clubs, I think, pretty successfully do some of the like cardio paddle,
Yeah.
kind of mixed things,
Yeah.
the yoga classes, Pilates, things like that.
Gotcha,
which
gotcha. Will you bring somebody else in to run that?
I
or
would
you
like
think?
to do that. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm still
yeah,
kind of
yeah.
looking for a local person with more kind of experience in that area.
Yeah,
to,
you're gonna see fit some machines here. It could be really.
yeah.
Now, how about food? You guys gonna have food or drinks, or is it pretty much what's there,
It's snacks and drinks. No hot food, no cooked
Okay.
food.
All right. So bring your own beer type of thing or
Yes.
wine, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
We get a lot of people who come to events here. We get a lot of Dedham House of Pizza.
Yeah.
Shout out.
Great.
We,
Look at that.
you know, a lot of pizza, a lot of different, you know, food for events. Bring in a lot of BYO.
Wow, what a club, man!
What a
You know,
club.
1 hour and a half away from where my home is in Connecticut.
Yes.
You know, beautiful, beautiful. 3 courts, right, Portugal, and we played on them. A really, really nice textured carpets. I mean, it's very central. I think you know down here, Padel X did that same type of design where they have, you know, the area there you can sit down and then you can see all the courts. Kind of, you know, did it very similar to that.
Yeah.
You know, great design.
I think you know when we talked to Chase, I mean he came up with such a great idea. First, I mean he's a true original from Boston, born and raised in Boston, on Beacon Hill, and he fell in love with paddle. One of his friends introduced him to paddle, so he went all in, and I think he found that little place right there with 3 courts.
He got the bug.
He got the bug, baby.
He got the
virus,
bug.
the paddle virus.
Happens to all of us, huh?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, yeah. So he even had bathroom showers, which you know was really a must, right?
Yes.
It's a standard.
And when you walk in, you know he put those planters on the side.
Man, you love those planters.
I
huh?
love. I mean, I think those plants they make it look such
The
a
details.
the
man,
details. It's all about the details. You know,
yes.
it makes such a big difference. You know, when you add these small details and plants and the green and all that, it goes with the vibe of the club.
100%.
Yeah.
I mean, you feel kind of welcomed. You know,
Yeah.
you feel like, 26 feet ceilings.
Yeah, 26
which
yeah.
is good.
Yeah.
I mean, in the city or anywhere, it's very hard to find a location that has high ceilings.
Yeah.
You know, so 26 is pretty good for an existing building.
Yeah.
You know,
And this is just outside Boston in Dedham. It's
yeah.
about 20-25 minutes, depending where you're driving from Boston. Location is absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
It's very close to the highway.
easy access to the highway.
Easy access, close to a very big shopping
Like
mall.
10 minutes, yeah.
Like 10 minutes away.
Great location.
Great
I would say.
location. And he has that little room on the back, too, that I think it's a little bit unused.
It is.
He got some good ideas, though.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know. I kind of talked to him a little bit about that. I mean, he could put a small little mini kind of court.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen this a few times, and they could play with smaller rackets, like kids' rackets, and then they could practice there. That would be really neat. Nobody has that, and while people are waiting, they can kind of practice. kind of, not ping pong, but not as big as a single court.
Yeah.
Just kind of a little bit smaller.
Well,
Very unique. You'd never
Yeah.
see that anywhere. I mean, I have seen it in other places. People have created that, and it's really good practice. You can practice the walls. You can practice your touches, which a lot of times when you're training with a coach, that's what they're making you do, kind of touch
Yeah.
the ball, touch the ball.
Well,
control.
he built that. I mean, like half a panel.
That's good too, yeah.
Half a panel that you can use as a backboard. But the thing that the thing that we saw at Racket X, the Dragonet, I think that that will be a great thing for him. I mean, when you own a club, it's about maximizing and try to monetize every single square foot of your club.
Yeah.
So when you have too many open spaces, I mean, what can you do to make it look or monetize it, or people to hang out, or create?
And he's in that situation.
Yes.
And I mean, we talk about Dragon all the time. We'll talk a little bit about what it is. It's just a self-feeding ball machine.
Yeah.
So hit the ball, hits the net, goes down, and it throws the ball to you again. So it's pretty smart, and I think that would fit there, pretty easily.
The other thing is he can do there maybe like a little fitness area or some weights and things like that.
I mean, he can bring in another, vertical like Pilates or yoga.
Yeah.
A lot of the clubs are doing that. But I mean, it's incredible how he developed this, on his own. I believe he bootstrapped this.
Okay, but how does it go from just playing a couple of times to become a paddle entrepreneur and going with this, which you call a crazy idea, to open a paddle club in Boston?
Yeah.
Tell us that journey.
Yeah, so at that point, I was living in Boston. I was working in finance and investing in consumer investing.
Oh, so you raised funds for this, or was it your own? Is it?
It's mostly me. Yeah,
nice.
Yeah. It's
Bootstrapped, huh?
Bootstrapped.
Nice.
Yeah, and it came up. It was an idea after playing it. I came home and I was like, I can't believe there aren't any courts around. Like, this sport is going to be. There's so many people here that love racket sports, and this, I could just tell this is going to be the next big one. And I started basically just calling and emailing people that I thought either were doing clubs other places or would be interested in doing it in Boston. And I kept kind of hearing the same thing, which was it's hard to find real estate, it's expensive, the ceilings are too low, things like that. And people were kind of focused on other markets, maybe warmer markets where it's easier to do outdoor courts. So it kind of went from a side nights and weekends project to talking to brokers, looking for space, just trying to see how we could do it. And then I finally came across this space here in Dedham and was like, wow, this could really, really work.
Like I always say, real estate, that's the first step, right?
Yeah.
Finding the right location. And talking to Chase, he's very fortunate to find this location with high ceilings, enough to get at least 3 courts in there, and really, really close to Boston. And great location. So that's the first thing. And bootstrapping, wow. I mean, pre-seed money, meaning like getting money from friends and family, but really the majority of the money was coming from him. I mean, he has a big background in financing, and we're seeing more and more of this. All these guys who are building this club, they have this education and background in financing. And they're the ones raising funds, But he bootstrapped this on his own, which was amazing. I mean, I understand this because I did the same thing in my club in Connecticut. But he did a great job in bootstrapping. A lot of times when you're putting all your money in it, I mean, it's your money. So you're running more lean. You're watching those numbers, and you want to make sure you get it black as soon as possible. You're really putting. Not that you're not putting effort when you raise funds, but I mean, this is your own money. The risk is higher.
And the beauty of this is when you're bootstrapping, you see, and we saw it at Vivas Padel in Philly as well. When the owner has to put money and you're bootstrapping, they're there all day long. Yeah, they're looking at every single every single cent coming in and coming out, and they're running. It's a small business. You have to run it yourself. You have to see how it works, and especially when you don't know how the business works, it's very important for you to learn. I always tell them, it's you become you do an MBA of paddle business, mastery, because I mean they learn so much because they don't know about the business. You jump on it, you're bootstrapping it, and then You gotta, the music turns on and the club opens up, and you have to learn how to do it.
And there you got to learn how to pivot and change.
Yes.
Because based on just experience that you have, which is not a lot, you're thinking things are one way and they're not. And
Yes.
you have to be able to pivot and adjust based on your market.
And going back to what you're saying, it's when you're an entrepreneur and you're trying to build a club, or you build a club outside the big cities, the New Yorks or or the Miamis and all that, you have to know how paddle works, and you have to learn, and you have to learn the business, and it's gonna be just a little bit harder.
Especially when there's areas in cities and towns that they know nothing of paddle.
Yeah.
Well, talk to us about getting the renderings, getting a budget of how much it's going to cost, going through the whole town, getting permits, and them saying, like, what the hell is paddle?
Yeah.
Talk to us about that a little.
Yeah, so I had to go through all of that. Starting with, I found a great architect in Joe the Architect, a local company who's done other restaurants and sports complexes.
Did he know about paddle?
They did not know paddle. They actually had one guy from Spain
Okay.
who is a paddle addict, and he helped out with some of the stuff.
Perfect.
But they helped design this space. I had to go through the permitting with the town. What is paddle? Is this pickleball?
We always talk about educating your market and people about paddle. And in cities or towns that people don't know about paddle, they're fortunate they had another club there that started building a paddle community, and that was a little helpful. But still, paddle's very new to that area. And not only that, when you're dealing with trying to get permits and getting the town there, then them not knowing what it is, maybe getting a special permit. Everything takes a lot longer.
Yeah. You have two challenges. One is the permitting, because you go to the city, and it happened here in Miami, 7-8 years ago, when you go to the city to get a permit. And actually, I was there talking to the city permit person, this lady. We asked him, hey, we want to put some paddle courts, and she actually has to Google it in front of us. What was paddle?
No, for me in Connecticut, I had to write 2 pages of what it is with pictures and everything.
Yeah.
I had to. They didn't even Google it themselves.
Yes.
It's incredible.
So that's challenge number one. The other challenge is educating the people. But for you to be able to do that, you have to have coaches. And you have to have coaches that know about paddle and can teach paddle. Because you can get someone who did a paddle certification for 3 days, but you could hurt yourself if they don't know much about paddle, because your market, your target is going to be beginners, intermediates, period. You're going to be there for the next few years until you start bringing people in. You might get the good thing that
You made a good point.
In Boston, you have a lot of squash players, and the squash players that easy turnover, because we actually play with Chase and his friend who's a squash pro.
player. Yeah.
So he fell in love with the sport because it's much more dynamic and all that. So those are the easy, but those are not the ones that they're gonna take lessons or things like that. So those are the two challenges: the permitting and the coaches.
Yeah, I think the main
communicate.
thing that we talked about too is in those areas and making sure to focus on coaches that yes, they know about paddle, but more importantly that they're within the community, so they can build that community of paddle players.
Yeah.
That's more important than trying to get a former player from out of the state.
Yeah,
at this point.
And the beauty about Boston, I think, is because I went to school there, is that you have so many tennis players, and the tennis players and squash players, because it's very English, it's very old style, so there's a lot of squash, a lot of tennis, a lot of platforms.
Oh, yeah.
And those 3 racket sports, they are easy turnovers into paddle.
Yeah.
So you should be able, as a club owner, to target those 3 racket sports to bring them and show them how paddle works.
Yeah, without a doubt. Okay, so you always ask them about something, right? So
The
what is that?
2.0, baby. When is Padel Boston coming with a 2.0?
You bootstrap this. You're in the finance industry. Did you do this to kind of create a model, if it works, just so you can raise funds and maybe expand?
Yeah. No, you hit the nail on the head. So I would say, we got a 3-court facility here. It's not huge, but it was, I wanted to sort of prove out that paddle would be popular in this area. You can probably see by the name Padel Boston. My ambitions are regional, not national. I think I'm from this area. I live here. I don't want to move, and I don't want to spend all my time on planes. So I would love to open more clubs in this area, the greater Boston area.
This guy is, focused on just being local. I mean, a smart.
Putting his heart and soul on it, and you feel it, you sense it. His wife was there.
Yeah.
He's there. All his friends are there. He's
I know.
Really pushing
I know. He bootstrapped this whole thing, and then his wife was very supportive, man.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
When I asked the wife, what do you thought when he came up with this crazy idea about paddle, and she looked at me like, oh, I don't know.
And this is kind of a flagship, of what he wants to do locally. And again, like I said, he wants to focus mostly on locally in Boston or around Boston, and I think that's really smart. He's a sharp guy because he's well involved in the community,
Yes.
and I think he's gonna have a more success.
I mean, I have a special thing on my heart about Boston. I mean, I spent so many years there going to school, and I have such a good memories. And when you talk to a true Bostonian, people that they love the city, they were born there, they grew up there. And
I was born there.
You were born in
Mass.
Boston?
I was born in Massachusetts, baby.
Yeah, but no Boston. Boston is true Bostonian. You know what I mean?
Boston, bro.
He was born there. I mean, and you see, he wants to make the paddle growth in the city, which I love. I can't wait to go back to to check Padel Boston 2.0. Chase, it's fantastic, and thank you.
And we heard that Rena from Sense.
Oh yeah, let's talk about the gossip. Gossip.
Oh baby, el chisme.
El chisme, very close by. We have Senza Paddle is there, but I think we heard that they're closing down. They're moving the operation somewhere else. They didn't tell us where. I don't know if they're staying within the Boston area or not.
I think they're moving.
Yeah,
I'm
they're
not
moving.
sure if they're technically closing. I think they're moving a different location.
Yes, but I don't know if they're staying within Massachusetts or Boston.
Right.
So Rena, who used to be working at Senza Paddle, I think
we met her. A very nice lady.
at Senza,
nice
but
coach.
now we heard that she moved to Padel Boston, right?
Yeah. So that's a good catch. She's very involved in paddle.
Outgoing. She's into social media. I mean, she's the perfect. She plays paddle. We play against her. I think she's a perfect match for Padel Boston because that's what he needs.
Good energy.
Yeah,
good energy.
Great energy, great on the court, laughing, smiling. She knows about paddle. She spent some time in Denmark. She used to live in Denmark. Denmark explodes in paddle. So she got all the knowledge from the European market in Denmark.
Yeah. Speaks multiple languages.
Multiple
Spanish,
languages.
English.
Yeah, her family now lives in the Northeast area. So I think that's gonna be a perfect match for the two of them.
Yeah, and I look forward to seeing him open up other clubs. Like I said, this is a flagship club. I'm sure he's gonna be able, as long as it's successful, which I know it's going to be, he's gonna be able to raise some funds to open up some other clubs.
Yeah, and Cesc, let me know. This series is sponsored by whom?
Well, I mean, this series is sponsored by Fromouth, the Racket Sports Distribution, the Pro Shop Pros.
And then please let us know, what you think about Padel Boston and write on the comments. And please, before you hit that next bandeja, like our video, subscribe, and most important, just before you hit that bandeja, push the notification button because next week we're doing the rest of the Northeast. We're doing Philly with Ballers, New York with the Reserve and Paddle House. And we can't wait to show you the excitement of the Northeast paddle scene.
And guys, remember, hitting that subscribe button is free $99.
Free $99.
Do it like that. 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 do it like that.